We turn this into
Elliot's high, Nash is grumpy, and Darren is just old. It's the Ill Informers podcast, and we're getting emotionally left out in the cold. Hey, we
bingo.
don't know anything about anything.
I'm just trying to.
It's our charm.
It's the Ill Informers podcast. Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
So, what's your cousin?
What's your cousin?
Can we talk about it on air?
Yeah, I think so. She's gonna go. Well, I was gonna
Pick up your mic.
Jesus. That's as far as I got. Wait. Okay, there we go. What's that hiss? Never mind.
Is it working? I can't stop that. Is it bad for you?
Can't stop that. Don't stop that. Won't stop. Can't
It's fine.
stop. No, just doing it.
Turn the headphones down.
Just doing a road trip in 1 week from here to Montreal.
Is that better for everybody?
Yeah.
You like that?
I don't like that.
It's very quiet now. Go ahead. Just keep talking.
Okay, just a road trip from Montreal, from here to Montreal.
To
Like in
Montreal?
1 week. But not in 1 week from here to Montreal. From here to Montreal and back in a week. I'm like...
Oh, what? Why would you do that?
Well, that's what I was like. You got
What are they
26
doing?
episodes of the Ill Informers to listen to
Are they-
keep you company.
Are they trafficking heroin? Like, that's the only reason to do a trip like that.
That's what they're visiting old relatives. They're trying to get there. They're like, COVID's finally over. We can visit old relatives before they expire.
Give them COVID and then leave?
I guess.
That's one
they are
day-
from Kelowna. I was like, COVID Central.
How long does it take to get to
It's like-
Montreal? It's 3 days. It must
yeah.
be more than 3 days. It must be 4 days.
It's like 50 hours, 52 hours or something like that. So then
So if you drive nonstop,
you can get there. You can have 3 relaxing days after doing bumps of coke off the dashboard.
Yeah, why
on the drive.
I never.
I know.
flying has never been cheaper than right now.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it still pretty cheap to fly?
I think so. Last time I looked like a couple weeks ago, and it was like $100 to get to Calgary. And they're like, you don't even want to come here, so don't even like do it.
I would just go to Calgary on a lark for that, $100.
Okay, it might have been like $200. It might have been exaggerating, but that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Do you have a road trip fantasy?
Oh yeah, I've come to many road trips. I really enjoy road trips. They're one of my favorite things.
But with any destination in mind, or do you just like to just drive and just be like, and then wherever the road takes
No,
us,
I have
Kerouac,
to plan. I have to plan every step of the way.
You
This
seem
is where I'm gonna get. Okay, this next turn off. That's where I'm gonna get some cashews, and then about 2 kilometers later, I'm gonna have to pee. Okay, that's a good rest stop to pee.
So
and then
it's less about the tripping, more about the control.
I'm
That's
on
about
the open, controlled
we
road.
got the chart here. What's that alarm for? Yeah, gas up. Come on.
Yeah, I don't really enjoy anything.
No, that's good. You said you had sugar. You're like, oh, are you
Yeah.
crashing right now?
Dude.
No, I feel fine.
Yeah. The I like a road trip, but I can't do the just pull off to the that's what my cousin's planning to do. She's like, we got a bed in the back. I'm just gonna like drive till we're tired, pull off, sleep, get up, and drive. And I'm like, that sounds like I want to Airbnb and I want to see and do some stuff.
Kate used to do road trips with one of her friends' families where they drive a lot, and they were kind of a nightmare, just really annoying parents. Like I never liked them. But she would tell a story. They would drive 16, 18 hours and then just pull over and be like, okay, girls, go to bed. Like in the car they've been sitting in for 18 hours.
You're like,
Not even like
try to
get them just
air
like
for the.
Yeah, not even get out, stretch.
sitting up in like their car
Yeah.
seat. Just
Yeah, it's like, okay, go to sleep now. Well do this tomorrow again.
But there's an appeal to that if you're doing a lot of drugs and you're younger, but doing it when you're like my age, maybe particularly, the horse needs a lot of rest. The cart wheels have to be cleaned.
I do get stressed on road trips because just the speed thing. But then my favorite part is coming back at the back end of a road trip, because I drive like an old man in the city normally. So like on the highway, my car's not really that great, so I'm going like 90, maybe 100. But on the way back from a road trip, I'm like 140, like darting in, hyper confident.
Is that just I can't wait to get back to work? That was a nightmare.
No, it's or maybe it'll all go wrong.
Well, vacations are not all they're cracked up to be sometimes.
I don't vacation well. I don't know what's
No.
wrong with me. Something's wrong with me.
I don't think anybody does. They're
No.
very stressful.
Yeah.
I'm always exhausted on them.
Well, you come back, and I do hate that expression, like, "Oh, come back. I need a vacation from my vacation." Oh, but it is an expression because it's very true. Like you do come back, and
Yeah, I always plan a day now
yeah.
for rest.
Best thing we started doing, Kate's idea, shout out, that do a huge clean on the house before you leave.
yes, you want to come home and not be like, "Oh, dishes everywhere, cockroaches, the rats are in the garbage." No. Yeah, you want to come back and sit on the couch and shotgun some Sailor Jerry's and watch The Bachelorette. Yeah, I want to go. I haven't even unpacked the car yet.
I know. You're like, we can do 7. You're like, 5:15's fine. I'm not even stopping. We'll just drop them off.
The kids and
They're in the car right now.
they're all there.
Darren just got back from a weekend road trip. That's why
Yeah.
we're talking about this.
Context.
Yeah. 15 minutes too late, but
I was gonna say something, but then I forgot.
uh-oh. What do you hire something?
Not me.
That's weird.
That's all right.
I had such a foggy brain from my second vaccine I got on Wednesday.
You're not allowed to bring that up.
No,
It's controversial.
because we'll get flagged.
Yeah.
YouTube will flag us.
Is that
But I had such foggy brain. I don't know.
Fuck it, Bryn.
is that supposed to do that to you?
I think I was tired too, but
Yeah.
I had a froggy brain. Just couldn't stop thinking about toads.
yeah.
Where do toads sleep? Do toads have beds?
I think it made me like a little bit looser. I don't know. I had a good set on, and I attributed that to the drugs.
To the vaccine.
To the vaccine.
You're like,
But you
I need to
couldn't,
get
in
as
that
much-
state, you couldn't really tell, could you? It's like when you're drunk, you can't tell if you actually had
No.
a good set.
being drunk is a terrible way to do a set, I think. Some people do it very well, but I know I've had drunken sets, or not drunken sets, even 2 or 3 beers, and you're like,
I could tell if
wow, that didn't go well at
I
all.
could tell if it feels good. If I don't
I
feel
was,
like
I was just a joke. You had a good set. Move on.
Oh, I see. No, that I was trying to lead into like I know. I thought you couldn't. I thought you couldn't tell if you had a good set.
When you have a few drinks, then you can't. I
Right.
can't.
Mhm.
But that doesn't matter.
You're like, I'm killing, and everyone's just like,
Wow.
and you're like, this is great, Derek.
You're laughing at all your own jokes.
Yeah, that's how I build momentum. Just chuckle after everything. And what's the cat hair? Next, I am excited that there's that person in town who's going to come out and do sets. That
You think that's gonna happen?
I think so.
I think
doubt
all this. No, well maybe one. She probably just said that because
One.
like, want to do a set? You should come do a set. And then post about it on Facebook, and everybody's like, "Yeah, they should come do a set."
And
Just
they're
trying
like,
to draw
I
in the
didn't
rooms.
mean it. I was just trying to be nice.
Oh, totally. She's in there, her Hilton, getting her
I am
tit.
a movie star. I've been on Sabrina for so long.
It's not worth the. I imagine at that point, it's not worth the. Sorry, for lack of a better words, the flies that come out.
Well, I'm sure she'll do great at Sonora.
Yeah, Sonora.
Yeah.
That's where she's heading.
I would love that.
That would be. But there must be a nostalgia for her, because she started, like, she was a stand-up, I think, when she was younger, like a kid. So you kind of get that. And then you come out and you're like, ugh, thank God I've made it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was hearing stories about.
I've never felt that, so I don't know. I don't
Do you
know.
think it's fair though? Like I heard stories like Robin Williams dropping in on open mics and just destroying, and then like probably just ruining the evening for everybody else.
Yeah.
And then
He can go on in the end. If he went on like
Yeah.
a second, and then everybody else has to follow.
yeah,
Oh, just got to come on and do it. Yeah, doing his
that was pretty
That
good.
was thank you.
Oh.
I can't
Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Happy. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not doing impressions. But yeah, then having to go like that would be great. Like, yeah, Robin Williams, or here you go, Louis C.K. Next up, Nash Park. Welcome to the stage.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Remember what just happened? That was cool.
Yeah, that's all you've got to do. Just be like, please no.
Yeah, I would do that.
I would do it for the story. Like I would totally bomb. For
But
the
then
story.
you can also go up and then you can be like opened for Louis C.K.
I didn't open my.
I knew somebody did that with a band too. He was just on a festival with a bigger name, and then he was claiming he opened for them.
Oh my gosh.
But you technically played before them, yes.
Yeah, that was
Stolen valor.
there was a post when before Louis C.K. got demoted, and he did a set in Vancouver,
Got
and
his
there
stripes taken away from him.
that's it.
You're no
now
longer a
sergeant.
corporal of comedy.
I'll break you down. The
Private.
he ended up doing a set in Vancouver at one of the open mics, and one of the guys who sort of ran the open mic did post that afterwards. Was like, so you guys all know you were on the same show. None of you, we don't want to see that come from anyone that you opened for Louis C.K. You fucking didn't. You did 3 minutes at a mic that he turned up to. You're like, I don't care. Just put it on my resume. My comedy res.
In Canadian comedy, it doesn't really matter.
It's kind of interesting. There's no other art or like thing where that can happen.
No.
Like maybe music a little bit, but it's even like not. You can't do a full with a comedy. You can do a full performance by just showing up.
Mhm.
Where like if a musician stops in at a concert and then goes on, they can maybe do like.
Imagine if the Rolling Stones, you're a band, like a local band, and the Rolling Stones show up.
They just drop in.
Yeah,
We just play BC Place. Can we?
but that's what I mean. It's hard to coordinate.
Yeah.
Or Mick Jagger could show up and you can he could do like a solo thing or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't
My
happen though. Like he
beast
doesn't
of
turn up to the
burden.
coffee
That's good,
shop.
too.
He doesn't go to the coffee shop after they've just crushed
Oh, it's just a gorge.
60,000 Wembley, and then that's Can
I go up in the gorge?
little serious
That's
coffee.
great.
Is that your? It's a
That's
good Jagger.
no, that's not Jagger. That's sorry, that was Paul McCartney.
Oh, that's it. It's your little
So
Liverpool.
closer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's a pretty good little Liverpool. John Lennon killed a man in Berlin. That's my reporting accent.
Road trips are pretty fun.
He's got.
I really enjoy them. I like multi-day trips. I could just drive forever.
What is it about it that you like? Is it that it's a set thing that you can control
I
entirely?
love seeing new places, and you just like watch the trees go by, and you see like this place of the world you've never seen before, and you've never even like you come across things like this is not a road trip, but like a backpacking trip. Like we took a train down from like Germany all the way down to Italy, and you see so much like mountains, and then the terrain suddenly shifts to like this weird desert, and you're like, wow, this is amazing.
And you can eat garbage. That's what I like about road trips. Like normally I feel.
I can't. Yeah, but that's the worst part about it, because then I just feel sick for the rest of the trip.
Can you get like a stomach transplant or something?
I just want to get like a brain transplant. Take my brain out and put it in a robot, because I'm fucking tired of not being able to eat shit. You guys can make fun of me, but it's like the worst thing of all time. It's pretty much torture.
People say you can't get high in front of your kids. I got high in front of my kids.
The other day.
Best thing ever. We watched Incredibles 2 and ate 7 bananas.
Wow.
That was a perfect Elliot. So do him as a robot.
Gluten free.
It was, but do you miss it? Like you never really had it, so how can you miss that stuff if you?
I've had it all. What are you talking about? I had
Yeah.
it all, man.
But you paid for it.
Sometimes. When I was a
Yeah.
kid, it only started when I was like 13, 14.
If
Before that, I was fine.
salsa, I would
I
be
used to
Bicho Bacante.
Shut up. When we start quoting your jokes, I can't remember any of them.
The
I like all those jokes.
that's why he's remembered them and committed them.
I got them all. I would love to do your set. I could do it, I think.
You could. You need to just go like one town over, or
We
just
should
like if
do
you
it.
go to Calgary.
We should do
Everybody
a we
does
should,
Elliot jokes.
we should
Yeah.
do a
Elliot
show.
night.
We should do a show where we flip acts.
Yeah.
Who gets Darren? Johnny Nut. Sorry, that was the meanest thing I've said.
Well, we'll just let Darren have Darren's.
There you go. I'll change it. I'll do it in a different voice. Fine.
Got to do Swedish, Darren.
But I do
tiny
like.
homes suck.
This part
I
is,
hate tiny homes.
This part is for fucking. I get
Dude, those are my
dizzy.
best punchlines. Quick.
Why would you
Hey.
want a tiny home when you can have a big home? Tiny home make no sense.
I don't think you don't do that accent, but
It's a German.
I don't think that was German. That
Asian German.
Yeah.
So, Okay, Chinese, Mandarin, German. The
I was in Germany, and that's the first time I learned that people can have different Asian accents for different languages.
What do you mean, like an Asian?
Because I went to Subway, and I'm like, oh, this this Asian person making my sandwich is going to be able to speak like broken English, but no, they can only speak broken German.
That's a good.
Yeah, that's a weird lesson to learn, but
If you don't go to a different country
extrapolate. Yeah, that's fine.
that
Yeah.
doesn't speak English, I always went to the States. They all.
You would have been like, so your assumption was you're going up, you're going bread 6 inches.
No, I
and
talked to
he's
them
like,
normal,
"What?"
obviously, but then I had to speak to them in German.
Do you just put on the German accent? I do that with French sometimes. You're like, yeah. What would you like? You're like, oh, I will have two sandwiches, please. And
Yeah, 100% works in French.
yeah, I did like I did like the fact when I went to Europe and I was like, oh, and I never had the opportunity to do it because I would have hated myself. But the idea did cross my mind. I think I said it to a couple people. I was like, I can't wait to go. I've got a spot in Amsterdam. I'm going to go do jokes. I can't wait to do the best of the Victoria scene and just pass it off as my own.
Is that what you did?
No, I went and did my own jokes and then just they felt very bad for me. I was like, oh, wait, all this joke. I'm like, you go to Langford over there, all the rednecks. And wait a second. Langford is a place.
Don't you just hate standing in line at the Red Barn to get a sandwich?
Yeah.
When did you do that? That's fun.
That was a few years ago, and like my brother, and there was about 200, and they were all very nice university students.
200?
Yeah, and then I had to go up and bomb for 10 minutes.
University students here are tough to make laugh, so I can't imagine like
they were they were so. All I can say is they were very nice because they were like, it's good, you can do it.
You can do it.
But a lot of stuff I had to like I'm like, when you go to Costco, oh, it's not Costco. What is it? Albert Heijn, and they're like, yeah, come on.
200's a lot. What kind of thing was this?
It was in just outside of the university in Amsterdam, and then there was it's like a theater, but it's sort of like some lady runs it with her families. They just serve soup, and it's like
Everything's
there's also
run
a
by some lady.
hippie events. Some lady and her family, but her famous thing was like, I think she was like Iranian or something. Would just make giant pots of soup and then just tear off pieces of bread. It'd be like €5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the kids would, and then it was all like improv-y and
the bread bowl. So were there other comics on?
Yeah, and
Did
there was
she invent the bread bowl?
Is she what?
Did she invent the
She
bread bowl?
invented the bread bowl. That's an Iranian dish. That's a classic.
Do you know what they don't make? Gluten-free bread bowls. They don't do it. Never seen that.
That's if I could crack that code, I'll make tens of dollars.
It'd be kind of good because it'd be so crumbly. There was no way that would last.
Yeah, it's a soup plate. It's
Yeah.
a bread plate.
Yeah, it just turns to mush.
Can you eat tortillas? Yes, you can. Corn flour?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I'm
Well,
working.
I can't really have corn, but I eat it.
Slow down, you bad boy.
He did go to a corn maze the other day.
I can't really have corn, but I eat it anyway.
I got it's like a 2 out of 5 on
He
the.
pulls his dick out. Yeah. Just so you know.
Nah, this is what I'm working with.
Is that how you take the kernels off the cob?
Read him and weep. Yeah.
We already did a bunch of corn puns last
No,
week.
I know.
So did
We
you
don't need more.
did you DM them or something? And we're like, hey, I'm a big deal Canadian comic coming through.
Yeah, that's all right.
They're like, yeah, we got half an hour. You're like,
Have you?
5 minutes, 10
You
minutes.
will
got
never
it.
guess who
Have
I
you?
opened up for.
Yeah. Louis C.K.
His brother, Greg C.K.
The
Still has the same middle names.
It was like my brother does does improv and stuff there, so he would just do someone who was like, yeah, there's a second.
That's right.
But the guys who did, like, I realized that was the thing is you go overseas and then you're like, the people who know and understand. There was 2 Canadian guys who did comedy who were quite good. You're like, oh, you have to tell them about yourself and be like, I'm from Canada. This is this is what I do, and set some kind of contacts rather than just like go up and just go, hey, how you doing? I got invited to a wedding.
Don't you hate the slow bitches at Red Barn?
It was a big.
You should write that down, Nash. That's a good bit.
Thank you.
Big lesson. And then I did. I I went in Budapest and watched people do
Budapest.
comedy. Budapest. I know. Don't say that. That officiate. You're at the like officially a cunt. Budapest.
Budapest.
I think watched a comedy show there that was fantastic, really good, and I almost DM'd them for like say, hey, can I get a spot maybe? And then I watched the first lady go up and she was great, and I was like, thank God I didn't ask for a spot. I would have just been sweating balls. And then a guy went up and was terrible, and I was like, I should have fucking taken the first spot.
That could have been him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of my dream is to like
As you're booing them.
Boo. Can I get 5?
would be to just do comedy all over the world.
Oh, dude.
If you did like a different 15, it'd be cool to have a special where you do like a different 15 in like 4 different countries.
And then just stitch them together. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of. I guess Chris Rock did that. Was it Chris Rock?
But that was just like,
The same exact set, but
in like Detroit, Chicago, New York. I don't know.
Did you see Adam Sandler's special? He
No.
did that. He filmed the whole tour, like the whole development, every show since when he started working on the act. So there's some where he's in like a room with 10 people. I think they just took whatever's the funniest. And it's like from these little small rooms when he's working it all out to like the stadiums at the end. It's really cool.
Was it good? It was good.
I really liked it. Actually.
that. But is it a comedy nerd thing? Like, would you only comedy nerds like it, or anyone?
I liked it. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
He's really funny. And you always hear stories about he was always the funniest.
the funniest.
Yeah.
The funniest. Like I watched a lot of Norm Macdonald. And he was always saying Sandler was always the funniest.
Really?
In person, yeah.
Dude, I also hear
That's why Judd Apatow quit, was because Adam Sandler was so funny.
Is that
And
what
they
he
were
said?
roommates. Yeah, they were roommates. And then he's like, I'm never going to be even close to this guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I guess his sketch writing too. I haven't really done a deep dive on that.
Yeah. I also hear he's one of the nicest guys. Like, people are like, oh, he's actually like a very pleasant, kind person. Like, he's
Dennis
not
Quaid.
an asshole. Dennis Quaid? Randy Quaid?
Randy Quaid. Both of the Quaid brothers.
Fantastic.
Are you saying they're jerks or they're nice?
No, they're nice.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah, Randy Quaid will.
good,
He
'cause I
lives
was
up in
worried.
Tyndamar.
I was just picking a random name.
Tinfoil. hat.
Who is actually nice, Darren?
Adam Sandler.
Oh,
That's it.
I thought you were saying someone else.
No. No, we were on the Adam Sandler train, Elliot.
I don't know. I've seen Uncut Gems. That guy, he's so mean in that movie. He's like a Nash after 3 boxes of Cheerios.
It's true.
Did you get anxiety watching that?
That entire movie was exactly my anxiety. I can't handle something like that, or like any media that has somebody cheating in it.
Just like anxiety.
Yeah,
inducing.
not that I've ever. I just like that. We watched a trailer last night for this movie where this guy is married, then fucks this girl at this club, and then his house gets invaded, and they're trying to investigate who attacked them, and then the lead investigator is the girl he fucked.
Oh, and you're just like,
and then you're realizing that she's like, I think she like set it all up and was like getting back at him. Ugh.
that's the real original whatever Fatal Attraction bunny rabbit soup kind of shit.
Yeah. What was that movie with Keanu Reeves where those hot girls show up and like
Matrix?
force fuck him in the shower and then like
Dirty Pretty Things, Pretty Little Things, Young Things, things about
Little Women?
no knock knock. That's what it's called.
Who's there?
Because they show up and they're like, nobody's answering. Can we use your phone? And then they won't leave. And then they like force him into sex. And then they like, then they tie him to a chair and like try and get him to confess. And they're like calling his wife. Ugh.
Oh my God.
It's horrible.
That's what, so he got Me Too'd?
Yeah.
I don't think it's the hashtag we would use.
No.
He as well.
That sounds like you can see the guy writing the script. He's like, that was the script originally. He's like, 2 hot girls knock on the door, come in, fuck the guy in the shower. And they're like, and then what happens? I haven't gotten that far yet. I was just writing my fantasies down.
Yeah.
Like, oh, right. Then it goes horribly awry.
Yeah, what a nightmare. Well, okay. Thanks everybody for listening.
No, wait. So I have one. This is the road trip. I'm going back to road trips. I'm going to circle around. It's a 4-leaf clover road trip.
It's like a drain, and we're draining until we reach
Drain the swamp. So I road trip. One of the best things: eating garbage, eating trash.
They still haven't drained the swamp. Trump was like, "Let's drain the swamp," and he didn't.
It is an endless swamp.
Yeah, it's endless. He didn't even. I think he added to it. I think he added to it a lot.
It's like I want to put my own swamp creatures in there. The
swampier.
Go to Costco. I'm like so excited for a Costco hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Love a Costco hot dog.
I
So
love
delicious.
Hot dogs, London fogs, and other shit is the best when it's trashy and cheap.
Oh yeah.
And fucking dogs.
That's right.
You go in there and you're like, it's all. So the whole point is to go in there and then to get to the bar with the onions and the hot peppers and the relish and the sauerkraut and everything. And you go in there and you get like a packet of mustard and ketchup and you're like, that's it. I'm like, I don't want this now. The whole point is it's supposed to be a condiment delivery machine.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. I was livid.
So they got rid of the condiments.
Yeah, because of COVID. I will risk COVID for the condiments.
If you're
because of
eating
COVID.
if you're eating a Costco hot dog, there's bigger diseases you should be worried about, like E. coli, gout, diabetes.
I do a prune juice colon
Hepatitis?
flush immediately after, and I'm fine.
I love a good hot dog.
Yeah,
You don't fuck with hot dogs?
Bunless.
Funless.
just wraps
Do
them
you
in
know how
a.
sad it is eating a bunless hot dog?
It's a sausage.
It doesn't fill you up. I'm telling you that. I could eat like 17 of them.
It's funny how everybody tries to sell it as it's like the same. I remember when I was vegan for like 3 months one time, and I was going camping.
Ew, look at you.
This is years ago. It was terrible.
Fruit Loops are vegan.
Was it
right?
was it for a woman?
I don't know, God, why
Must
I
have been.
was trying to gain some control. I guess maybe some.
Yes, that's
But it was like
your eating disorder manifested itself in a different. I'm a vegan now. I can't eat that.
just my disorder and so it was like 10 things to bring camping, and then it's like instead of roasting a hot dog, you can roast a carrot. And it was like a picture of a carrot in a bun, and I was like, that's not even the same.
Yeah, that's not
Jesus.
good. That's
No.
fucking awful.
I've had a carrot, and I've had a hot dog bun. Like,
and
it's
carrots are good. I love a
I think,
carrot, but you
I
don't.
think like a zucchini would be better as like a hot dog.
like a
replacement.
marinated zucchini.
Yeah, like,
yeah, like
Yeah.
boiled in like.
borscht.
Just
Yeah.
grilled.
No.
Yeah,
That's good.
that would be good. Yeah.
But I like all that stuff. But you don't need to make it hot doggy.
No, you just have it on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. You don't need to put it in a bun if you want.
All I want, I would put roasted
saying-
zucchini in a bun, but I just want the ketchup and the mustard and the relish and the sauerkraut and the onions and the hot peppers and the
Do you know what's actually
Fucking
good?
all
The
that
vegan
shit.
version is like
Yeah.
when they make tacos with like yams. That's pretty good.
Or jackfruit.
I'm not a big jackfruit guy. I'm just gonna put that out there. I know it's controversial. I know it's like, what? I didn't even know this about him. But like, jackfruit can go
jackfruit.
fuck itself.
he's got
What
a
about
no
jackfruit guy?
jackfruit shirt.
Yeah.
He's gonna get. You can't walk in that other part of town
No
because
jack.
you will get beaten up. What is jackfruit?
It's a tropical fruit, and then they use it because it has sort of like a meaty texture.
But is
like-
it sweet?
It's like pork. No, it's like
It's like bland. It's just bland shit. You have to marinate it for 16 hours for it to have any flavor.
we made tacos one time, and it took like 8 hours. I was really
with
annoyed.
made it with jackfruit tacos.
Because it has a consistency of pulled pork once you
Mm-hmm.
cook it, so you can. A lot of people make pulled pork sandwiches with them.
But
just
you got
cover
to
it in
flavor
barbecue
it.
sauce.
But you got to flavor it with you got to do something to it because it's like
Yeah, it's kind of like this podcast. Bland, it's got no meat.
that could be the new. Could that be the shirts we could sell? Could be
Just
Ellen Forner's the jackfruit of podcasts.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Or just says marinate us.
The unmarinated jackfruit of podcasts.
I don't know. I'm gonna try it now. I've never seen it or heard. Like I've never.
Sell it at
I've
my
never
store.
seen
I
the
can,
jackfruit.
I can hook you up.
Okay, good. Can
Yeah.
I get some?
It's $20 for a packet.
That
more
sounds highly
expensive.
inflated. That sounds highly inflated.
I used to get them you get them in cans.
Yeah, you can get canned.
Go directly to the source. Could I go to the jackfruit plantation?
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can order it.
I'm sick of vegetarians and vegans. There's this one restaurant in Vancouver that it's like a burger joint, but I think it's all vegan.
Mhm.
No, it's all vegetarian. But they name everything like bacon, but it's actually smoked coconut.
We sell.
But so it's just like, and then fries, hamburger and fries, but it's all veg. I'm like,
But
just
it's
call
not-
it something
Yeah,
else.
it could just be a sandwich.
Just be your own thing, vegans. You don't need to get in on the bacon.
You don't have to meat it up a little bit.
Yeah. And it's like chicken wings, but it's like cauliflower. They call it chicken wings, but it's
why,
cauliflower.
Why wouldn't you just be delicious cauliflower bites?
Just call it what it is. Be yourself.
We sell this smoked fake vegan salmon, and it's just carrots.
Did we talk about the apple pies at McDonald's?
Yeah, we talked about
All
those.
right. Fuck.
I'm gonna have to edit the sound on this one.
I didn't realize I was going to throw you guys so.
I could easily go vegetarian, easily go vegan, I think, but no one in my family will do it, and that's what will make it incredibly difficult.
Right.
Is just I need to be.
We're a unit, and a unit is not gonna agree to being vegan.
That's
My wife will divorce me.
like without bacon. This is a dead thing here.
Get home. I'm vegan now. And your wife's like,
That was the only thing holding us together, just strips of bacon.
Strips
We're
of
done.
bacon. Pulled pork sandwiches once in a while. That's all we got.
I made it with jackfruit. Disgusting.
Reason for divorce?
well, it's actually more of a testament to how. Have you ever had unsmoked pork? Like unflavored. One time I accidentally bought back bacon that was not smoked, and it was
Oh.
fucking disgusting.
But I don't mind like
That's a true Canadian style, okay? That's what we used to eat when we were
No, it,
lumberjacking
like,
up in the
Maplewood.
forest. Up
It
in
like
Camino.
stuck to the pan, and like it smelled bad, and it was like this. It just looks like human flesh.
yeah. Well, pigs are. That's how they
You know,
train doctors is on pigs.
I need
Suitor.
pork for 2 months after that because like that's just the only reason it tastes good is because it's smoked.
is that why you became vegan? That was the time?
I don't have a good memory. I don't know. It was before now. I don't know what. I think it was after.
Isn't it yesteryear?
But it just smelled. It was
Yeah.
gross.
So is that probably what the smell of cooking human flesh would smell like? Is whatever that.
Yeah, there's
Weird
no
bacon.
flavor in it,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of this like gross, fleshy smell.
If human was already cooked and like served to you and it smelled like
You have no idea.
aromatic and they're like,
You're
We
like
made
it's
you-
already cooked. I don't want to waste it.
yeah, you're like, it's human. Would you try it? Like it looked delicious. It was like, it was like a pulled human
But
sandwich.
there was all the morality was taken
When
out
in
of it.
Borneo.
The person serving you it's their flesh. It's like it came from its thigh.
But there is a guy who
He wanted
fed
to give it to
someone his penis, right? In Japan, I think people had to bid on it, and he had his penis taken off and then fed them pieces of that. They had to bid on it though. It was like a
Welcome back to Things Darren has Googled.
that was.
If you're just joining us, we were about to discuss restraining orders.
I want to say
You
I
only
would
got
eat-
one shot of that. Like, imagine if you cut off your own dick and you're like, I got one shot of this. And then you fuck up the sauce. You fuck up the sauce on your own dick and you're like, no!
I ruined it.
One time I accidentally
Burnt the
bought
foreskin.
That was like one bite. It's all gone.
I accidentally bought two $35 steaks. I was like, I'll just get two of them, and then it was like $70, and I was like, oh my god.
I
And I was like, fuck it, I'll get it. And then I fucked him up. I totally overcooked him. I was so mad.
it's a $35 steak. You probably should eat that sashimi style, like just
Raw.
get home raw, cold.
Well, I was aiming for medium rare, but I just
Yeah.
How do you overshoot medium rare and end up black, charred?
No, because it cooks afterwards, and I didn't want to undercook it, and it's like you're not supposed to touch it, so I didn't want to fuck it. You're not supposed to cut into it, and then I got.
I'm a pro barbecuer, cooker,
Really?
chef. I'm a pro chef.
I can tell by the way you said that you're confident and competent in it.
I'm pretty good at it. It's one of my main talents. I'm better at cooking, I think, than comedy.
Better at cooking than eating.
Yeah, I can cook way more things than I can eat. I have so many more things.
So you can just get a medium rare. You can land that plane.
Yeah.
that was a little...
I'm gonna write this down in the challenges for us to do. Who can cook the better steak?
Do you do the whatever that is? People are like, that's medium rare. That's medium. That's
No, I trust my intuition.
is your meat tuition. I do like. I watch so much Triple D. Shout out Guy Fieri.
Is that Pornhub?
Yep. We're doing nude cooking, nude barbecuing.
It's sci-fi.
Oh, my dick! I cooked my dick again. Who wants to eat it?
Just throw it in your soup.
I love anything like barbecuing, and you realize that the trick is to marinate stuff for at least 72 hours.
Right.
That's
You ever dip steak in liquid butter and then brew it on? That's the way to do it. That's fucking good steak.
Is that a real thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You ever done that on the barbecue?
No.
You have this big vat of butter that's liquid, and then you dip the steak in before, and then you put it on the thing, and it erupts in flames, and then it tastes delicious.
Then you eat it then you.
Well, you cook it, but you that's a secret to really good steak.
Cooking it?
Butter.
No, I do like. I worked at a restaurant once, and the chef was like, "I'll cook you steak the way it's supposed to be cooked," and I've never had something
You
like
wash
that.
dishes at a restaurant.
I worked at I cleaned out the grease trap at a restaurant. And he just like he's like, "I'll cook you steak the way it's meant to be cooked," and he took it off and took the thin little slice off it, and I was like, "This is fucking basically raw," but then ate it, and it was just the best thing. And I've never replicated that experience ever before. And also, I won't buy steak because it's too expensive.
Did you also learn how to make soup from him?
Yes, it was a good. Take everything out of your freezer, put it in a pot, cook it for 9 days.
When your cigar's done, that means the soup's done.
Yeah, put the cigar in the soup.
Yeah, either one cigar or 10 cigarettes.
It's the conversion. 2 doobies too. Do that too. Problem with if you smoke 2 doobies, you probably won't have any soup by the time it's finished.
It's too good. I can't wait.
Yeah, or if your baby starts crying, then you know it's ready.
The baby's been crying for a while.
Yeah, you leave it on until your baby starts crying and then stops crying. Then you know it's ready.
You've broken him and you've broken the soup.
Then you drink it till you pass out sad.
There was good times back then, you know.
Start all over again in the morning.
It's nice. The soup reminds me of home.
But
the home I wanted. the home I dreamed I had. You know, full of turkey giblets and
love
and then freezer burnt peas.
Oh, fuck, freezer burnt peas.
Yeah, we had a pretty good childhood growing up.
Hey, do you guys like road trips? Road trip. You guys ever been on a road trip? I once drove a motorcycle from Nepal.
You know what nice thing about road trips I like is that you're not home. That's the good part about it.
You can't get yelled at when there's nobody around you.
Nobody can make fun of your soup when you're not at home with your soup.
I take the soup with me on the road trip, put it in the side basket.
Yeah.
You know what thermos? You get good thermos to keep it hot for like 42 hours.
Nothing like sitting at the side of the road, a rest stop, smoking a cigarette, sip a soup.
Yeah, sometimes
Drag a cigarette, sip that soup.
Sometimes I eat it even though I know it's too hot. I just like to feel something. Feel something in my mouth.
I'm listening to the audiobook, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
And soup.
Yeah, some say I'm lonely, but I'm just a fan of soup, and I don't like talking to my landlord because I'm not random.
Some people think leaving your son at the age of 3 alone for months and months on end is not good, but I disagree. I think it builds him up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start a podcast. Soup and I, it's going to be called me and Soup here. We're going to start a podcast. We're going to get together. We only got one mic, but we'll share it. I'll sit there, I'll eat Soupy, and I'll talk to him.
Make some soup ASMR.
Yeah. It's a podcast.
One mic, one soup, one spoon.
Yeah.
One mic, one spoon.
Yeah, I'm pretty lonely, but that's okay. You know, things haven't been the same since Samantha left.
She was a good woman.
She used to put up with my soup.
And put a finger in my butt.
Yeah, I like a good finger in my butt sometimes.
Don't stir the soup with that finger.
You know, they say the finger in the butt is the freezer soup of sex.
It's not for everybody, but if you enjoy it, you fucking enjoy
But
it.
hey, you gotta use what you got.
Use it or lose it. That's what I always say.
Yeah, you gotta. It's just like freezer soup. It's finger licking good.
Gotta clean out your butt, clean out your face.
Yeah.
Too far.
You get that prostate full. You know what I mean? That's not saying. Soup is it's sexual to me. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little sexual.
I like a chunky soup.
I just like what it represents. You take what you got and you try and make something beautiful. But it's sometimes not the case. And I know what you're thinking. How long is this gonna go, Nash?
How can you have chicken in liquid that's still dry?
Yeah. I mean, Darren keeps looking at his phone.
And the one thing I can tell is that Nash has been taking improv lessons.
Does this conversation... First of all, suck a dick. And does this conversation trigger an emergency call?
Can we do...
if I don't stop talking, it's not a problem. I don't have to... It's just like a road trip. It only sucks when you get home, but if you never get home... It's just smooth sailing conversationally. Welcome back to the worst podcast we've ever done.
Never get to the bottom of the bowl of soup.
Nash had a brownie and some caramel corn.
I think you're...
What kind of brownie?
It was made of yams.
Dipped in butter.
Yeah.
Best part about brownies and steak is you dip them in butter.
I kind of like this guy I've become.
I like him better, too. He's not as mean.
Can we bump mics?
Do you guys think I'm mean? Do you discuss my attitude outside of the podcast?
No,
This is an off-air conversation.
Do you guys discuss me and my on-air persona outside of the podcast? Yes or no? We don't have to talk about it.
No.
Fucking liars. You fucking liars.
We just know. We both experienced it. We don't need to confirm anything.
But it's good. If it's good for the podcast,
You know what's good about this podcast? I should really start listening back to them because the first couple we did, I listened back and I was like, that came in my head when I said it. I was like, that's hilarious. Listening back, I'm like, you a fucking asshole.
But I do think outside of maybe this truly is an off-air conversation, but like outside of some of the podcasts, you're like, oh, because I think we're pretty nice to each other, and then you get on air and you're like,
fuck yourself, Darren.
Yeah, that's fuck
you.
fuck you guys.
Why don't you take some of your freezer fucking soup and go
Shove it up your ass, buddy.
and then drown yourself in it, you fucking...
Your thighs. Go squash a watermelon, you tool.
Jump on a trampoline with your depression, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that'll help. Up and down.
Just
That's
like your
more dynamic.
mood.
Much more dynamic than this fucking conversation, that's for sure. You fucking get out of here. Man, I wish your fucking head was a watermelon. I'd fucking squish it right now in some erotic some erotic leg
Will you cover it in butter first?
erotic leg strangle.
Make you suck my dick while I squish your head, motherfucker.
Make you into a fucking unicorn.
That's in the podcast there.
Fucking dick unicorn, yeah. Not so mystical now, are you? You fucking watermelon head unicorn face motherfucker. Anyway, Mom, I'm sorry.
Samantha, I'm sorry. Yeah. Take me back.
I just want a home to come home to. That's all. Well, that was all right. I'm sorry. What time is it? What are we at?
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. Thank you so much for. If you made it this far, you're a saint.
Yeah,
we love you.
Jesus.
But also a loser. Get your life together. The fuck is wrong with you?
You're better than
We love
this.
it.
There's so
Stay
many
listening.
other podcasts. Jesus.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.